Sideline of goal. Late winner's doing it. They're gonna take. He's gonna bring down Bernie. Alone with a double kill. Dropping fast. Monopoint's there. He's still alive. Wait, second slide. He's going one side. He's going a second. He's taking him. Oh my God! On three. They're all dead.
Hello everyone and welcome back. It's the Summit 2 by G2A.com America, and we are in day number 8. And we got 5 more best of 1 matches for you today. Should be exciting. Now, for those of you that are here, I appreciate it. I know that there are the Star Ladder LAN finals happening right now between Team Secret going against EG, but we have just as exciting of a match for you. My goodness, it is the sneaky Nyx Assassins taking on Gerg Squad. This should be a big deal. I'm really looking forward to it now. I will be going solo on probably the majority of this adventure, so we'll have to see how things pan out. So, in the meantime, I found this garden gnome right here. It's going to be my co-caster for today, and the gnome has brought its own laptop. That's cool. That's cool, gnome. Wait a minute. Is that Star Ladder on your laptop, gnome? My gnome won't even give me the respect of being a good co-caster, and it will also watch Star Ladder, apparently. Fair enough, gnome. Whatever. I guess we can go into the draft anyways. So, in all seriousness, Sneaky Nyx Assassins are currently sporting a 3-4 record in Summit 2 America. So they have fallen down a few pegs, and they really need to make sure they secure more wins, so at least they can hold a firm grasp in the top 4 position, or at least get themselves into some sort of tiebreaker situation so there's always hope. You don't want to be adding up these losses and then losing your chances. I know teams like Vici just barely scathed their way into the Summit 2 China. You don't want to be in that situation and risk playing a lot more games. For the Gerg Squad, however, they started 0-1, but have pulled together 2 wins, it looks like. They are currently 2-1. Not doing too shabby, though they do have still a lot of games to play. So we got still plenty of America Dota coming your way. Like I said, this is just our first match. We got 4 more best of 1s for you coming right after. Should be a lot of fun. I can't freaking wait. And I really hope I get to watch the VODs for Star Ladder later.
10 seconds remaining.
Anyways, so with the coin flip advantage, the Sneaky Nyx Assassins have claimed
5
first
seconds
pick,
remaining.
while Gerg Squad took then the Radiant side. And it looks like with that first pick, Sneaky Nyx Assassins are going to get Razor, who I imagine is going to be for TC. And on the Gerg Squad side, they quickly grab a Skywrath Mage. They will not have access, however, to the Faceless Void. So if they want some sort of secondary lockdown, they can always get something like, a Bat Rider. Before I even say it, but also a Legion Commander can work as almost a poor man's Faceless Void Chrono, but can get a lot done. So, Bat Rider going to be the offlane choice here for Gerg Squad. Typically, it's been, I believe MSS lately has been playing the offlane role, though this team's roster has been switching about quite a bit, and, it's really hard to say where they kind of are going to be landing, as, they have recently brought in Reality, KRS, and Justin, where this team used to have, at one point, B-Diz. They used to have Demon briefly when they were going on their ESL qualifier run. But, it is what it is.
Time.
A slow-paced draft, though, to lead it on out. I guess talking about a couple of the drafts here, or the bans, rather, we got rid of that Faceless Void and Ember Spirit on the side of Sneaky Nyx Assassins. But for the Gerg Squad, they have gotten rid of that Death Prophet. Can't have her in the game, as well as the Tidehunter for the prominent offlane contention. So instead of, they still have access to Centaur, you might want to get, the Horse God. Big Bad Brad seems to be one of the primary top-of-the-notch offlaners as it is. Stampede, of course, just tremendous with that global presence being used offensively and defensively is just so freaking good. Earthshaker here. Going to be the second grab, though, for SNA. And, many teams really love to take advantage of this hero. The range he can work with is just tremendous,
remaining.
whether it's blocking out creep waves, whether it's being able to have a heavy initiation factor with that long range. It is what it is, but you can always have the game turner right there once he does manage to pick up his Blink Dagger. You kind of jump forward, bring out the Slam Jam, and a big Echo Slam can really turn the way of a fight that quickly. And that will add a little bit of pressure, of course, on Gerg Squad's side and maybe consider a BKB. A support grab if they do decide to go for a secondary support on the side of Gerg squad, something that does typically counter back the Razor. He's usually getting a hold of something like an AA. You know, you got to be able to remove the mechanism ability to sustain that Razor likes to have, because you know they like to build more durable. That way, when they really use their static link, they can get the most out of it and chase down those heroes with the extra move speed, and be able to beat the shit out of them.
10 seconds remaining.
Sneaky Nyx Assassins opt to get rid of Terrorblade. Most teams don't really
5
ban or
seconds
pick this hero
remaining.
anymore. I guess the recent nerfs have been more than enough for everyone to get scared.
Reserve time.
But there are a couple of teams that still could run it. Gerg Squad did run it, I believe, in their very first game. MSS sported it, but they did fall short. So Gerg Squad's been known as a team that can grab at them. You know, Cloud9, of course, maybe even Alliance here and there. Teams that still favor a reasonable or protect one kind of a style. Now, Gerg Squad this go-around have actually banned out the Omni Knight, which is another one that you'd be like, oh, that's weird, but EG is known for
10
playing it, and
seconds
Sneaky Nyx
remaining.
Assassins played it recently. I believe in their matchup against...
5 seconds remaining.
Turn my swag on? No, I'm not too sure exactly. I think so, but Whitebeard,
Reserve
or maybe
time.
it was against Navi US. I think it was against Navi US yesterday, actually. Yeah, the Omni Knight was picked up into the hands of Whitebeard, and it put them in a awkward situation where Navi US had to try to get a core late gamer who could also
Radiant
work with
team
Diffusal
ban.
Blade. And they ended up going with the Potom. So Ush played the Potom, and it did reasonably well, but unfortunately the team never really got to that pinnacle point when they could bring enough oomph to kind of contest, and it was Sneaky Nyx Assassins who ended up coming out on top.
10
And
seconds
then also after that
remaining.
game, the Sneaky Nyx Assassins did
5
face...
seconds
I'm trying to see
remaining.
who they... I believe it was Not Today, and they ended up going down. And Not Today, man, they've been looking damn
Reserve
good. They are
time.
4-0, undefeated still. I'm really excited to see how far they're going to be able to take it. Complexity's right there at number 2 if you're
Radiant
curious.
team
Infinity
pick.
at 3, right alongside Team Leviathan, which you'll see both of those teams also play. Leviathan, you know, that team that made it through the qualifiers and kind of... they've been playing together a long time. They're just kind of not really well known, but they're
Dire
starting to make a
team
name for
pick.
themselves with how they've been performing, even taking out like Complexity pretty dominantly on the back of a Jungle Pudge. And Infinity Stack has also been pretty impressive for a team that's been kind of thrown together. So I'm looking forward to more of that to come. And well, there it is. Look at this. Gerg Squad, they're going to take the 2 best offlaners in the game and just be selfish as all hell and throw them in their own draft. They get a hold of Brad, Centaur Warrunner here. So this could be a core Centaur
10
or a
seconds
mid lane
remaining.
Bat Rider. Those are the 2 audibles I'm seeing right here. So that leaves either Gerg Squad with the
Radiant
option of going
team
with the
pick.
singular, more dominant late gamer, or having Bat Rider play a mid lane position. I don't know. This is interesting. So Gerg Squad's late game is already like in a bit finicky state, but instead they look to go maybe more aggressive, more assertive, more dominant, more pick-off potential, because it doesn't seem like Sneaky Nyx Assassins might be going down that pushing road. Clockwork's going to be the choice. He's one of the
10
remaining
seconds
offlaners
remaining.
after Faceless Void, after Bat Rider and Centaur. Interesting
5
enough, Nature's
seconds
Prophet
remaining.
was in the pool and available, and Mike had been playing that ridiculously, like way too much Nature's Prophet. But he's actually
Reserve
recently hopped
time.
off. He played Tidehunter in the previous game, and now he's going to be sporting the Clockwork, which he's also been repping pretty recently. And you know, Mike can always struggle quite a bit early on with the early laning phase, but he seems to always be able to pull it on through and make some big plays happen. So we'll see what he does with his Clockwork favoring heavy initiation. It can work as a reasonable counter to Bat Rider, though when you're going against something like a Skywrath Mage and you're playing a Clockwork, you got to make sure you either quickly farm up either a Force Staff or a BKB, because if you jump in and drop those cog walls, you can be on the back end of a Mystic Flare that's going to really just hurt your ass. Or you grab a Blade Mail, and you kind of have the intention of baiting out that Mystic Flare, and you kind of just slam it right back to Skywrath Mage. And
Dire team
well, it looks
pick.
like Gerg Squad are going to go with their 4th pick, a Lich. Now, I actually had to look at the chat to make sure no one disconnected, because I don't know, I just have not been a fan of Lich lately. We saw it recently picked up by Navi US. That might have even been their game against Sneaky Nyx Assassins, but they tried to make do with the Lich, and it just really didn't come out to anything. Some teams have been trying to run the Lich against something like a
10
Death Prophet where
seconds
they know they
remaining.
need the extra armor. I know Lich
5
can work
seconds
nicely in like
remaining.
certain situations where maybe the opposing team is running something like an Enigma or some sort of hefty
Reserve
channeling
time.
spell like a Bane's Fiend's Grip, or even if they get a BKB, he'll still be able to be right there to kind of stop it
Radiant team
with that
ban.
Chain Frost. But here, it's interesting, and well, I didn't think it looked like there was going to be too much of like a hefty push coming out from Sneaky Nyx Assassins, but now they get a hold of Lycanthrope, and things go from not a lot of push to fucking
10
crazy push real damn quick.
remaining.
So Lycanthrope here, which is weird. I mean, I'm not going to
5
lie. I'm
seconds
still a little
remaining.
off-put by the synergy that's coming out from Sneaky Nyx Assassins. I mean, Clockwork's supposed to be,
Reserve
getting
time.
in there and setting things up, but Lycan has a hard time kind of interacting with those cogs. He has to move around them, given he does have huge move speed to work with, so he's pretty much a regular Daytona race car as it is, but the interaction just seems a bit finicky. Even Razor wants to make sure he can kind of get in on the action. Earthshaker as well. He'll be doing a lot from afar, but I just feel like it could be a bit awkward in maybe some of the team fights. Unless,
Dire
Snaw's looking
team
to
battle.
kind of never work as 5 and do a bit of side split push. Maybe Lycan will be out on his own and they fight as 4, but
Radiant
I don't know.
team
Well,
pick.
Gerg Squad definitely needs something that can test late game. Something who can bring the pain. And also, I would hope at least eliminate a little bit of wave clearing here. I mean, that might have been part of the reason. The Sneaky Nyx Assassins did ban out the Ember Spirit pretty early, so maybe they had intentions of going Lycanthrope from the start. And they also get rid of Naga. So this removes a lot of the late game. Pretty much leaving Spectre in the pool. Spectre seems to be one of the
10
few options that
seconds
could still
remaining.
work if you want to go with maybe muscly late game.
5
AM
seconds
is there,
remaining.
but I'm just kind of questioning how he'd actually work. Morphling, that's the other one. Dang it. I was trying to wrap my
Dire
brain.
team
Morphling
pick.
is going to be the grab right here. And I believe KRS plays Morphling, and a pretty damn good Morphling, if I remember right. And to quickly round out, it looks like Sneaky Nyx Assassin's draft, they go with Visage, another fantastic individual who's great with pushing. So what started as a pretty pick-off-oriented, assertive mid lane from Gerg Squad is quickly countered back by Sneaky Nyx Assassin's heavy aggressive push that's coming out right now. I mean, things I'm really liking so far. That's post camera. So hi, welcome to the black screen. Okay, now it's not switching back to draft. This thing is broken. Hello, Obs? Hi. Not responding anymore. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Obs. Jesus freaking Christ. But Starladder doesn't have any of these problems. Let's go back to in-game. There we go. Fantastic.
10
All right, folks,
seconds
we're getting ready to
remaining.
get back underway. This is game number 1. We're just starting. It's the
5
appetizer.
seconds
A lot of
remaining.
Dota action happening for you. This is the Summit to America. We're in day number 8, and it's the Gerg Squad taking on the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. Both teams still have a
Prepare
relative
for battle.
a lot of games to play. Okay, look at this. How adorable. Gerg Squad repping, of course, the Beyond the Summit Husky Courier. That's right, folks. You can get this courier in the store right now, goddammit, for about $9.99. Get you the Beyond the Summit package deal that includes this precious little guy. Okay, get on my face, dog. As well as the ticket. And a part of that goes towards the prize pool, goes towards the players, goes towards supporting everything that's good Beyond the Summit. All right. Excellent. Anyways, getting back underway, Radiant side, we got the Gerg Squad, also known as Ham Clubhouse. It's going to be MSS, indeed, playing the offlane Bat Rider. Pandago looks like he's going to flirt around the mid lane, rather. Maybe roll with, a dual lane here in the mid. He's going to be here first and foremost, getting with the early sacrifice, getting rid of that creep, and getting more advantage here for Justin, playing your Morphling. Justin was a part of
30
EHUG
seconds to
briefly,
battle.
kind of been in and out of the scene. Really great pub star player, but hasn't really found a home. KRS is actually going to be playing support, Skywrath Mage right over here, and that, of course, leaves Reality, typically their core farmer, and Advid Naga player, now going to be playing the Centaur Warrunner. That's Gerg Squad, of course. Dire side, it's going to be none other than Sneaky Nyx Assassins, which is quickly becoming a reincarnation of Liquid. Their original roots starting with
The battle
WWD,
begins.
SNA, Ush, that whole gang as part of NEL, and then working their way through the Sunday Evening Cup Series, and they've had constant roster shuffles ever since then. And now they've recently acquired Brax on their team, along with the rest of the Liquid squad, plus Whitebeard. So I'll go ahead and just introduce. You got TC. He's going to be playing your safe lane. Lycanthrope. Whitebeard is nearby. He's playing your Visage. And we recently discovered as well that this guy indeed does not have a Whitebeard. And we were all a little disappointed by that, I have to say. Brax has been playing the mid lane, and he'll be doing so right now as he currently whips back this Morphling on his Razor. Bottom lane, that finishes things out. Fluff and Stuff, he's playing the Earthshaker, and that, of course, will leave way up in the back. Mike playing your Clockwork. So a 2-1-2 laning phase coming out right now from the Sneaky Nyx Assassins. And they have double creep block potential, of course, with that Fissure as well as the cogs, which Mike is currently body blocking himself to get onto the tower. Meanwhile, top lane, we might see an early tip. Whitebeard, he put himself into a corner, and he is going to be your first blood. MSS picks it up right there on the Bat Rider, but now he might get caught out. Still will be well worth it with the first blood bonus. TC can't get that last hit in, and that's enough time for MSS to pull out the flight, and he's still feeling pretty frisky right now. He's going to start getting up a couple of stacks right here. He got one only. I imagine a magic stick is going to be coming up in the near future for this top lane, but regardless, it is going to be Gerg squad that strike first. Props to them. And already contesting this side pull cam is going to be these like Bash brothers right here. Fluff and Mike on the Earthshaker and Cogs wielding Clockwork. And yeah, indeed, look at this. I mean, they're just going to keep it hefty here in the mid lane. Fluff is lingering towards the area. Didn't lead anything off with a Fissure just yet, but it seems like Razor's just not going to have as easy of a time as you'd like in this lane. He's going to have to deal with the constant nukes, and of course Lich being there to sacrifice, and in the meantime Lich will come over here and double stack. This is something I like to do in my pub play. I'm very selfish of a player. You know, I like to play support and just kind of give and give and give, and hopefully that carry one day will recognize the appreciation that I gave him. No, Demon is not playing here. I see some people in chat getting concerned about that. Demon is actually currently a part of the roster Stay Free. They will also be playing today. He has been MIA in the last 2 games, so we'll see if he will not be at the gym and actually playing the games. MSS top lane, he's going to be side pulling this camp, trying to bring it towards the creeps, but Fluff's like, nope, 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 sorry. I will stop you from that. You are not going to get advantage in the creep equilibrium this game, sir. So Fluff has left the bottom lane, giving Mike a pretty reasonable start. He's 10-1 now on this off-lane Clockwork, and now Fluff can venture to the top lane and add some assistance there, where MSS already asserted himself in taking down Whitebeard. So they definitely need the extra benefit. Magic Sticks, well, we already got one here on Lycan. Visage, did he grab one as well? He did not. So only Lycanthrope has that magic wand right there. Abracadabra. Touching base on the CS here in the mid lane. As I say that, though, I see MSS is getting pretty flirty over here, so we got to keep an eye out. Fluff is... okay. Fluff is trying to be the bouncer for this creep spot right now. Not allow MSS to get too close to get any sort of XP. Meanwhile, yeah, back at mid lane, 15-3 on Brax's Razor. I thought TC was going to play Razor. He was notoriously known, but of course, they've kind of switched roles once more. You know, TC's now back in the core kind of position, which, don't get me wrong, Razor could be in that spot as well, but he is going to play the Lycanthrope. And Morphling is at 11-2, so he's getting beat pretty hard here by Brax in the mid lane, even though they have the help of Lich. So that's a bit troublesome for Gerg squad right now. MSS doing a nice job. He's not getting caught out too hefty. As I say that, I leave the camera and he gets hit with a Fissure, but he will live and be able to fly away. Even still has the Firefly just in case. And Mike is just like, no. Waits right in the spot till the creeps spawn just to make sure they don't actually spawn. And now he'll cut towards the bottom where he's going to see a bounty rune. That means MSS can grab the illusion rune here at the top, taking that away, of course, from the mid lane. Brax is not going to benefit from either of those, and instead will static link up, take his aggression on Justin, the Morphling, and nothing's going to really come out of it. Still flirting and messing with MSS, using those illusions to scout out. Mike, level 4, probably going to be hanging himself here till level 6, so that's when he's going to be the true, real initiator, but we do have Fluff here. He's creeping in from the north on this mid lane. He's got a long ball Fissure he would love to land, but look how low Justin is for now. Now he's creeping forward here. Fluff's getting itchy. He wants to make a jump here on Morphling, but Morphling is very elusive. He is like water, they say. He can just slip in and out of the cracks. So he's going to be a hard target. Him, Puck, another one that's hard to go for, but Fluff's going to make it anyways. But Pandego says, hi, how you doing? I see ya. Throws out the quick ice nuke. That forces Fluff back, so regardless, I guess a bit of harassment forces Justin to use the bottle. I guess it's something. Now he has an empty bottle. He's going to be forced to bottle Crow. Nothing too surprising there. And Pandego, you know, he's level 3, not really doing a whole lot, but he does have a fair amount of creeps right here for his allies to work with, you know. And KRS is also trying to get something done. And Warrunner, you hear the slash, you hear the dash. That's reality. He's cutting down IX Mike here in the bottom lane, and he gets this nice little solo kill. Great grab for them, and that puts Gerg squad ahead 2-0. Yeah, apologies on being late. I'm warming up. Anyways, what I was going to make a note about is it's interesting that Gerg squad, they ran with like 2 supports who are both very selfless. 2 supports that typically don't go very greedy. You know what I mean? They like to be kind of the ward whores, the ward bitches, and they have a lot of tools to get a lot done without needing a lot of farm. So Skywrath Mage, you know, is just kind of doing all the pull work here, which you see Mike currently just taking away. Like, yeah, thanks, I'll take these creeps. I'll take them to the tower, and I'll find my CS there. And then they also have the Lich, who's just kind of being the babysitter for the mid lane. Normally, you know, you could have something like Sand King, who could farm up into a Blink Dagger at a reasonable time. Enigma, who could be working in the jungle, you know. Here we go. We see the call-out happening. I thought they were going on top, but it's actually mid-lane. They're going to make a jump on Brax right now, and they are able to take him down with the benefit of Skywrath Mage moving on in there with that silence. They get it done quickly, and I almost was, you know, almost missing another kill there, but got there at the last second. Get my wits about me right now as TC continues to farm out in his own jungle. He's got his Vlads now complete. I imagine a Roche will be in the near future for this gentleman, and you could also consider blitzing right for the Necro Book this game. Moving the extra bit of mana as well as benefiting from those auras, adding to your push, and you pretty much have the Zookeeper build. And to be honest, it's not like they have the craziest wave clearing. I mean, MSS's Fireflight's probably the best thing they got. Morph could definitely farm it on up, but you know, when it gets to split pushing, things can get a bit interesting. Seeing a lot of Gerg love in the house tonight. If you're sporting a Coddle Gerg, don't be afraid to throw it on up and send your energy towards them. They were getting a bit scavenged. They were thinking about maybe rolling as the hand clubhouse, but I think Gerg is where they should identify with themselves. I think that's where they're at their best. Here we go. We got Fluff. He's got the invis. He's smoked up, places a very nice aggressive ward right here, and he's going to creep in from behind. And he sees, oh, look at that. Lots. He could have thrown the fissure right there. Now he gets scouted. MSS sees him. Rocket. Nice fissure. That removes a couple of the creeps away from MSS and eats big damage. I mean, not the biggest of damage, but he eats reasonable damage. And he loses a couple of those creeps that would have got him so much closer to that Blink Dagger he really wants. And Centaur's like, wait a minute. We got someone farting around in our jungle. Now, Fluff already pieced out. He actually TP'd out. So they're kind of scavenging for no one right now. Meanwhile, that leaves Whitebeard with some solo XP here in the top lane. Allows him to get close to that level 6. We need those familiars, goddammit. They already add so much. Meanwhile, you're going to see a jump bottom lane, and it's going to be Mike. They're going to catch him out that easily. He throws up the baby nip cogs, but that's not going to stop him from getting off the easy work. That was even without the level 6 here on Skywrath Mage. No Mystic Flare Necessito on this one, as it's more than enough for Reality to kind of get in there and chop him on down. That level 4 double edge, man, it's vicious. Absolutely vicious. Pandago on his Lich. He's got some green shoes now. He's feeling the green cowboy boots. And meanwhile, on the bottom, you see Fluff scouting out. There's another stack right there, but this time they see him. They'll throw out the harassing concussive shot, and MSS is quickly going to try to take these down. But Brax, he wants to sweep in. If he can clear out some of these on his own, throw out the nuke. There you go. Oh, it's too late. But the rocket actually gets it. Wow, Mike picks up some sweet gold right there, and MSS once again is going to be delayed just a little bit longer from the blink. And you know what? I'm seeing like 4 or 5 big creeps go down from both of those. And that's a lot of gold. That's like 500-600 gold. And that could have been his blink. Maybe I'm over-exaggerating, but I feel like he would have been damn near close as Blink Dagger had he the benefit of working with those creeps. And look at that. Now his bottom stack was even blocked here. Man, Fluff is so freaking chicky with this work. And there we go. Blink going to be picked up now by Reality.
Top tower
and things are going to get a lot more scary. This Centaur. And here comes Fluff. They don't like what they see. They want to see if they can take him down. Mike does have his level 6. He takes him down to half-life. And now he breaks through. Pops the... Oh, can he get the stun? Nice. And the battery assault's there. Cogs. And Reality does manage to get off the hoof stomp. He might go for the chop here at the end. No, he ends up going down. Even though double rotations are to come in, they're going to get redemption if they can, and they will. So offlaner for the Centaur. You know, he did just buy his Blink Dagger, so I think it's more of a benefit, obviously, for Gerg squad there. But they were just happy to finally take down Reality. And that finally does get them on the board. Even though Sneaky Nick's Assassins are doing a pretty nice job contesting the pull camps, they didn't have a kill yet, and it looks like they finally will. Putting Gerg squad ahead 5-1 for now. A lot of possible engagements here at the top lane. They are going to go for it. Stampede gets called out. They dash on through. They want Whitebeard. Chain Frost even going to bounce out right there. And it will finish off the Visage just with the first strike. Bounces are not going to be needed from those birds. And one bird goes down. 2 birds go down. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. And, well, Justin just picked up some serious farm right there. And now pushing ahead 6-1 Gerg squad. Mind you, we're the underdogs coming into this one. I believe Sneaky Nyx Assassins were sporting a 79% odds favorite to the 31% Gerg squad. 29%. 79%, 29%. It's way too early for me and my body clock right now. Damn you, European
Radiant's
time.
middle tower is under attack.
Jumping through hoof stomp. Nice catch right there by Reality on Brax. And Brax is brought really low. Arcane Bolt. Oh, almost charged up with a magic stick, but Justin flies in very nicely with that waveform. Takes him down. Skywrath Mage is going to fall in return, but they also take down the Morphling with the Soul Assumption. Big Echo Slam comes out from Fluff. Another Soul Assumption. Whitebeard with the double kill right there. Throwing out the Kamehamehas. Getting it done. Takes down 3 all day in exchange for 1 at the expense of just an Echo Slam as well as the hook shot. And then TC using the back end of that shapeshift. Now they move themselves into the Roche pit and they go to work, putting in that Vladimir's offering. A lot of people pretty upset. SNA were the heavy favorites coming in here, and they're like, what the hell's happening?
Radiant's
And
bottom
well,
tower
they
is
get a
under
big one
attack.
right there, which they needed. And it looks like they're going to be able to get this Roche
Roshan
uncontested.
has
Nice
fallen
grab
to
right
the
there.
dive.
TC's been relatively quiet to that point, but now,
Radiant's
Sweet
bottom
Aegis in my
tower
pocket.
is under attack.
And 1,200 gold. He might go right for a Necro Book at this point. We'll have to see. Mike completes out his shoes. He's going to go with the Power Treads, and he has the Blade Mail already, which we were talking
Radiant's
about in
bottom
the draft.
tower is under attack.
Heaven forbid Skywrath Mage drops a Mystic Flare on his head. While he pops that, he would just pretty much murder himself. So he definitely needs to second guess how he's going to drop that out there. Reality, we saw him already pick up that Blink
Radiant's
Dagger.
middle tower
And
is
he
under
put it to
attack.
good use there in the mid lane, but they couldn't quite... Well, they actually did take down Brax, that's right. Brax had been taken out the back end of that Morphling, wave dash in. And now Brax going to work in the jungle. Come here, bird. Yeah, electricity, buddy. Bird's not dead yet. There you go, you got him. Nice grab right there, Brax. Anyways, he is
Dire's
nowhere
top
near throwing
tower
together what
is
looks
under
like a
attack.
mechanism. Who's going to be the mech holder for him? Could be Visage,
Do it with flair.
but I don't think so. Visage is actually also, he's going
Dire's
for an
top
Agnes. He
tower
already has 2
is under
components. Jumping on
attack.
through in, it looks like Mike. He gets a hold of Pandago here. And
tower
big, see, there's the damage. Takes the Skywrath down to half-life because of that Blade Mail. Good thing it was only level 1 Mystic Flare, but they're not done yet. They
Radiant's
want to take down
bottom
Centaur
tower
as
is
well. The
under
Battery Assault
attack.
briefly holds him in place, and so does
Radiant's
Fluff, but he's just
bottom
too
tower
beefy at
has
this point.
fallen.
And they can't quite get him down. Plus that return could be doing a fair amount of damage. Regardless, they take down the 1 support for the cost of a hook shot. Long rocket. Let's see if he... No, he doesn't quite get it there. Wouldn't have done anything, but I just wanted to see if Mike would have landed it.
Dire's top tower is under
Anyway,
attack.
Skywrath Centaur have to head back to base after that engagement, and it looks like Nyx Assassins are just going to push down this bottom lane. TC's here. He's got the Wolves out. He even has his ultimate ready to go. Do remember that, you know, Lycanthrope, he used to be
Radiant
too hot to
structures
trot
fortified.
in Dota. He was instant first ban, first pick material, mostly bans.
Dire's
Like
top
kind of how you
tower
see Death
is
Prophet
under
now.
attack.
But they tweaked him up a bit. His ultimate now has that
Dire's top
shift time.
tower
Anyways,
is falling.
MSS jumps in. He gets a hold here of Mike. Mike get
Radiant's
bursted
bottom
down, and he
tower
immediately
is
is taken
falling.
apart. Now, it looks like they catch a nice stun, and they chase up and fall down with Reality right there. It's Whitebeard again who catches him off with the last hit. And it looks like Nyx Assassins take down the tower, take down another kill right there, taking out Centaur. And even though they're behind on kills, 8-6, they're taking the game pretty nicely. About 6K. Not too shabby. Brax now moves himself into the opposing jungle,
Dire's
and he's just
middle
going to take all this
tower
farm
is under
away.
attack.
Donkey shake. And it's a pretty solid start right now. And Gerg Squad was a team I was expecting to kind of thrive more in the mid game. Now with Justin on this Morphling, they do bring a little bit of late game potential, but I just think the surge and the heavy siege power that's coming out from the sneaky Nyx Assassins will prove to be just too much, even for a Morphling. I mean, you're talking the added benefit from Hal going into all of those creeps. Visage, who is about to have an Agnums. He's only 1 freaking component away, and he'll have his 3rd bird. It's getting pretty nice. Plus the Eye of the Storm there from Brax. My goodness. I think SNA have a pretty nice team thrown together here. And Gerg Squad have to try their best to, I don't know, I guess stall if they're going to put all their eggs in the Morphling basket. Who has got the perseverance. He's trying to throw together an ultimate orb and get a little bit closer. I mean, 22 minutes is typically like the quota for a Lincoln Sphere. I imagine at this point for Morphling, if he's not going to go heavy Greed or a Midas or something like that. He's kind of flirting in the area right now with Fluff, who Fluff has his Arcane Boots, and he's actually relatively close to getting a hold of the Blink Dagger. Now, TC has a tremendous amount of CS, 127. It's absolutely out of control. He's farming up still. He is going to go for the Necro Book. He's got level 1 already. He almost damn near has level 2. So this big bad wolf is just going to continue to get bigger and badder. Uh-oh, here we go. Jumping in. It's going to be MSS. Gets a hold of that precious Fluff, and they immediately burst him down. The Mystic Flare probably wasn't too necessary, but regardless, they get the quick hit and run right there in the mid lane. And it's all hate all day for that Earthshaker, as Fluff will fall, go back to base where he came from, and TC will continue to work with that bit of space, farming out that bottom lane. He gets his level 2 Necro Book. Skywrath Mage, he gets Power Treads. Now he can still toggle to the Intel Power Treads and benefit from a little bit of extra, int, and get that mana, where typically you'd see Arcane Boots probably picked up here, but it looks like he just kind of wants a little more meat on the bones, especially if he has to risk putting out a Mystic Flare into a Blade Mail that's on the Clockwork. He doesn't want to get himself blown up. Whoa. TC, he wants chicken. Pulls out Shapeshift, wants to run right for Skywrath Mage, instead zones them back, and now turns his attention toward the Tier 1 mid lane where they don't have a glyph. It was already used, and it looks like they're going to have to peace out. Nice quick hit and run again here for Nyx Assassins. Both teams just getting little objective after little objective. No huge team clash really coming out. And I would have figured that Sneaky Nyx Assassins would try to do a lot more when they had that Aegis, but they really didn't. And I was asking the question before as far as who's going to be the mech holder here for Nyx. It's going to be Mike. So that relieves pressure from Brax, I suppose, on his Razor. He can go straight for a BKB, it looks like. Now he doesn't have to worry too much about the silence or anything from Skywrath Mage. Nice hook shot catches here on Justin, but obviously that man is water. And actually, he puts himself over near Brax. And they have to pull up the Stampede now for him to get away. So that's the Stampede now as Justin looks like his replicate was pretty fresh and trying to run the other way. And he actually almost got a hold of him. Crazy. Anyways, continuation of farm here. Whitebeard, after this stack, he should have his Agnum Scepter. That's a third bird in the air. From what I hear, bird is the word. Brax also close to that BKB. Justin needs that Lincoln's. We're now sporting a DD. And Mike looks like he's flirting with the idea of maybe making a jump in. No, he will not. And it's more separation in farm. We could also see SNA wait out for the next Roche. Get that other little benefit right there into TC. TC does just grab the good book right there. Now he's got level 3. This is the Lycan book right here. And now he's got the Wolves. He's got the Necro Creeps. He's got the Howl to go with that. They got the Visage Birds. They got the Eye of the Storm. They got push, baby. Real good push. And I imagine Sneaky Nyx Assassins are going to want to put that to use. They've taken down all Tier 1s, 1 Tier 2. They got 2 Tier 2s to go for right now, while Gerg still has plenty of objectives on the field. They've only taken the 1 Tier 1 here at the top lane, but other than that, there is still Tier 1 on mid, Tier 1 on bottom. A lot of gold on the map here for Gerg Squad to get a hold of if they can bring it together. But this is a team that kind of wanted to go more pick-off oriented. I mean, with a Batrider who has not really, since that Fluff engagement mid lane, he just hasn't gone for as many pickoffs as you ideally would like. It's kind of too hard to go for. And look at this. TC is just going to be a pest, bite him right on the ass and be like, hey, I know where you are. You can try to come at me, but I am constantly using these Wolves as a scouting unit. And that was something that was not touched in the recent patch. Lycanthrope, the Wolves are just as good. The Howl is just as good. Yeah, Shapeshift, the base attack speed's not the same. And he does have a bit of a delay shape-shifting, but he also has huge move speed. What, 650? He's a freaking an animal. He literally is an animal. Uh-oh, jump in. They got that replicate, though, and they will quickly realize that they did that all for nothing. And the fake Lich will go down at the expense of just a hook shot and a fissure. Something that comes up pretty quick. But here we go, mid lane. They're looking to make a go. Nice lasso grab. As they see a lot on the top lane, they want to get something done mid, and they do. It's just the Whitebeard support. And it looked like he might have already grabbed his Agnums. He already did, so they're not going to lose a whole lot out of it. It would be even better, though, for SNA if they can get something in exchange. Now, Pandago dishes out his Lich ultimate, but it's not going to really... Look at these freaking creeps! Man, oh man, Whitebeard from the grave with some fantastic familiar stuns, locks them in their place for now, and now TC is able to catch up. He rips apart Pandago with this army. My goodness, look at him siege on through. The Zookeeper is very much real right now, as they end up trading a support for a support, but TC getting that grab. Did he get that grab?
Radiant's middle
No,
tower
it was
is
fluff.
under attack.
Anyways, they are going to be able to grab, though, this
Radiant
potential tier
structures
2
are
with
fortified.
everything already being out and about. And I still think this is SNA's game. Gerg squad, they need to find a plan B here for a big defense because Morphling's not ready. And
Radiant's
Nyx
middle
knows that.
tower has
Link,
fallen.
Lycanthrope can come online a little bit quicker. And he retreats back. I'm also getting word that Secret picked Coddle. I felt it. Guys, don't worry. When people pick Coddle, I can feel it in my plums. And it's just more sweet vibes for me to watch later. Yeah, I don't get to see it live. I know. I'm sorry. But you know what? Someone has to bring you the American Dota because that's the American way. I can watch Starladder later. It's fine. Home alone at the BTS house, you know. And now we're getting choppy lag bits. Slideshow Dota. I don't know if it's just me or not, but this is... I'm sorry, Dota gods. I've just apparently cursed you with karma. Yeah, I'm getting that lag too. Let's see here. We're getting something happening right now. What is this? All right, ping is not the best, not crazy, but the packet loss, 31%. So we got 31% here. And we're getting a bit of a server issue. Starladder has apparently taken over the Dota world, and we are all suffering from it right now. So we're going to have to wait this out a bit. How's everyone doing today, by the way? It's early right now. Hold on. Still got my coffee. American Dota. That's what it's all about. Down to the final and 5th game, really, at Starladder. Unbelievable. Exciting stuff. Love is in the air. Pandago's back, ready to go. I'm going to check my ping, make sure we're ready. 31% still, but it's more important that the players are ready to go. I know that we all want to be watching the game, but they need to be able to play it, obviously. Just touching base with the net worth, you can see it's obviously still in favor of Sneaky Nyx Assassins, who have taken down the majority of towers. They're looking to take down yet another here on the top lane after taking down the mid lane. This could put them up to the 10k gold mark. $28%. 28% for me. Yeah, this is unfortunate. I don't know if they're going to be experiencing the same thing. They could be just on local land, so they wouldn't. But I mean, how much more is Morphling going to need to even get back in this game? He's going now immediately for the what looks like shotgun build. Hey, buddy, where's all your accessories? He's just naked. Does he have really nothing? Wow, what a sad Morphling. I don't even know the last time I've seen a Morphling without anything at all. He's just water. Is it really that time where I need to look at cosmetics? I think we're at that point. We have to wait for the packet loss to get back in order. And we're going to have to deal with Coddle Guy's cosmetic analyst. Oh, this is an EG Earthshaker set. Supported by Fluff here. Bit of a traitor, but, you know. Alright, Brax. He does not have the fancy golden helmet that we see from lots of players. Instead, just kind of sporting some accessories. Nothing real impressive there. Not really liking that. Mike is, of course. It wouldn't be Mike if it wasn't a mustache-wielding Clockwork. Which, you know, the Artisan of Havoc helmet. Mythical. And if you want those baby nip cogs, that is the Telebolt Projector. He's been Telebolten Kinetic Gem. That's what creates the fantastic little bottle nipple things. For cogs, there is a new Lycan set out. TC doesn't really care about that. TC doesn't really care about a whole lot. But he does have the wolves. Fancy shapeshift wolves. Or the shapeshift, rather. Curse of the new season. Alright, cool. Yeah, this is really what it's come down to, folks, while we wait for the packet loss here, is a cosmetic review session. As I am at now 14%, so it's going down slowly, but not enough. All right, we got here KRS. What's he sporting right now? All right, he's got the hood. I sport the hood. I'm a hoodie kind of guy myself. Fancy blue shit. Rare wings, nice wings, and the staff. It's not the autograph staff, but it's pretty neat. Kind of looks like a Rubik staff. You know, nothing too special right there. Brad. I think this is a pretty plain-ass Brad right here. Centaur War Runner, that is. What's he got right now? He's got nothing. Come on, reality, get it together. Centaur has tons of style, and you don't want to use any of it. That's unfortunate. Ooh, look at this guy way up here. Yeah, that's Bat. Sporting the gas mask. Can't really get a good look on him. Let me zoom out a bit. There we go. Man, look at him fly. He is just way up in the air right now. Unbelievable. Well, let me turn this up right here. There we go. Oops. No, sorry. Back. Okay. Anyways, that's going to be the fire starter gas mask. He's got the whip ready to go. No first bloods yet for MSS. So still trying to get a hold of that first blood on his gem. He could have had this set for a long time for all we know. This is Pandago. He's sporting, I believe this is last season's Star Ladder set. So he is channeling his inner Star Ladder fame that the Grand Finals are going on right now. And he's got this one right here, the Star Ladder Seasons 9 ticket. He's watched 96 games. This guy is fiending on watching Dota in addition to playing it. It's absolutely ridiculous. But it looks like we are going to have the package solution. Oh, whoa, get on my face, Pandago. And remember, they're pushing here in the top lane. TC pulls out the shapeshift, and they want to finish what they started, and they should be able to with these. That's going to take down all outer towers here, get rid of that, on the Gerg squad. So now they don't really have anything. But as it stands here, back and underway, our ping issues have resolved, and Nyx Assassins, like I said, they pick up the tower, and now they're going to be near 10k gold, and it's goddamn good. But for Gerg squad, Plan B, Plan M, Plan Morphling might need to really come into fruition sooner than later. He's trying to get a hold of now the early makings of the Eagle Song into his full-blown shotgun build, while they just don't really have opportunities. As long as the sneaky Nyx Assassins kind of employ that buddy-buddy system, it's going to be too hard for MSS to find that pick-off power. Given with Mike nearby, he could just kind of find the hook shot to stop MSS from getting out. And really just the target selection isn't always the best. Wow, dude. Mr. Black Mantiv, just can you take it easy right now? Man, oh man, that guy really did not like my pause talking. Mike here back on the bottom lane. Yeah, I called him out. Mike here on the bottom lane, refarming it up for now. Gerg squad just kind of weighing it in, and now they will go for the play. They got the smoke popped out right now. They're going to get the... Oh, can he get the snag? He can't grab it in time. TC still gets the Aegis, but he is able to pull TC to the high ground right now. Can they burst him down? They can. That's going to be his Aegis life immediately taken advantage of. And it looks like Gerg squad don't want anything else. They're going to try to retreat out as quick as possible. And they don't even get Pandago out. He gets taken down at the last second of his TP. So it is going to be a support sacrifice in exchange for that Aegis life. But still, Nyx Assassins benefit from the last hit on Roche. They bring in a little bit of extra gold. I mean, it's not going to be as safe and secure to go for a high ground push, but it's still their advantage. And I guess it's a small win for Gerg squad. They don't have to worry about going for their final defense quite yet. They know that it's going to get them a little bit more time. They're going to have to wait for TC Shapeshift to come back up. Back and underway here. Lincoln's going to be popped, and immediately Justin just pulls out of the lane, goes right towards top where the rest of his teammates are. And Gerg may be considering the idea of hopefully splitting out something on the side and getting a hold of a tier 2 tower. Yeah, Rat Morphling is a possibility, but I don't think a sides-pushing Morphling is going to do nearly as much as quick as sneaking Nyx Assassins. If they want to go toe for toe as far as trading towers and objectives, I think the sneaky Nyx Assassins, given they don't get picked off, will have the upper hand. This is bad. Mike jumps right on through, sees KRS, will be able to quickly take him down, and they also get the Centaur War Runner. So immediately they take out 2. Justin is going to be forced to go to the trees and TP out as he does not have a replicate available. So already with 2 down, sneaky Nyx Assassins continue to put themselves well in ahead, though the score is even, 10-10. we now have near a 13k advantage for the Dire side. Very, very strong showing from them. And the underdogs, who started at one point, what, 6-1, 7-1, now see themselves square even. But really, it's been Sneaky Nyx Assassins with their heavy siege, heavy fight lineup working out very nicely. While Gerg Squad, they're just... The only times we've seen the Bat Rider able to catch anyone out, it's been maybe a little loose support here and there. They haven't been able to really get a hold of TC. The only time they did was there at the Roche Pit, and even then they only just got the Aegis. So now you got Fluff here with his Blink Dagger ready to go. I really am curious to see how Gerg Squad are going to make this happen. They consider going towards the mid lane, but they're going to quickly see that Fluff is nearby. TC's been dancing in the enemy woods here, and they've been pretty much farming the whole map. I mean, they've been taking control of that whole side, while, unfortunately for Gerg Squad, they have nowhere to farm. And all farm they do have, they have to give to their Morphling. So everyone else is pretty much suffocating as far as economy goes. And pretty much stuck on defensive duty. They could try to go for another smoke play and just try to go for a surprise factor. I mean, if you catch out maybe like this bottom duo by themselves, or maybe the mid lingering Whitebeard, maybe you can get something going. But for now, they're just starving Gerg Squad from farm. And yeah, like Morphling is kind of hanging in there, but if you see the top 4, 3 of them belong to Sneaky Nyx Assassins, and you have people like Pandago who are still struggling even to get 2k net worth. My god, this man is poor. He has nothing to bring home to his poor Lich kid and wife. And already you see TC creeping in on the bottom. And Gerg Squad here could get caught at the top, and they won't be able to TP in defense. Smoke's going to be popped right now. Mike's going to run straight into Morphling. Morphling quickly replicates out, and oh, unfortunately, Fluff blinks forward, blocks the hook shot, and they can't even get a hold of the Bat Rider. So now they quickly TP down here to the bottom, and they will wipe out this small push. And had they been able to catch out that top lane, TC would have definitely engaged on this bottom and really gotten it done. Pretty much only really fearing MSS's lockdown ability with that lasso. But if he was caught there at the top, they wouldn't have had that. They would have been forced to use a buyback of his, which he does have. So, still would have been well worth it. I mean, they don't even have stacks happening here on the Ancient side for Gerg Squad to kind of have Morphling fall back on that. Oh, wow, that's at least one familiar taken down, as Whitebeard is going to be forced to resummon them. So, if they can take down these birds again, he won't have access to those birds for quite a while. I mean, there's that benefit, I guess. This is the closest we've seen to a team fight for quite a while. Birds are already scouting on through. They ping them out, and they quickly pull back. They don't want Team SNA to have that advantage. Oh, they're going to try to bait out, but they can't. They end up getting Justin caught here, and he quickly replicates away. I don't know if he actually was intending on going for that Lich replicate, which could have been a nice bait, but regardless, Morphling is able to get away from that. And, no, just more footsie action, real flirting, but no one's looking to make that move to first base. As I think Nyx just know they have this game, and as long as they play it extra safe and farm up, they can eventually move on in and go for the final blow, where Gerg are going to really try to bank on a bit of an overthrow, maybe get a pick off. That rubber band factor could kick in, and they could go for a big comeback. If Morphling can just bring in some serious gold real quick. I mean, now he does have that shotgun, but he's very single target as far as who he takes care of. And speaking of which, they do find Whitebeard. Whitebeard goes down. Meanwhile, down and below, they're making him go on Mike. Mike is very low after getting caught on the back end of that Centaur stomp into a Mystic Flare, but now Centaur falls. BKB going to be popped from Brax, who's hunting down MSS while TC is chasing Pandago. Pandago will be slaughtered, and same with MSS. Gem hits the deck. They immediately ping it out and grab it on up, and now they turn their sights towards Justin. Justin's going to be forced to jump up to the north while his replicate goes down and behind. They're already pinging it out. I imagine eventually he will move on in here into the base. So there he goes, right at the back end, while Brax still continues to push on in.
Radiant's
Keeps SNA running, and whoa, that was a misplay. The courier heading to the secret shop gets pummeled down by Fluff there on the small hilltop. And man, oh man, only carrying a small cargo, 250 gold. Still, 3 buybacks,
Radiant's
but low
top
death
tower
timers
is
here on
under
Gerg. I
attack.
imagine they're just going to go ahead and
Radiant structures
wait for
are
the timers.
fortified.
There's a shotgun shot on TC, kind of shoves him back a bit as they flirt with the idea of pushing in on this top lane and going for a tier 3. It looks like they're not going to commit. Everyone is going to come back here on the side of Gerg squad. A big fight that still goes the way of the sneaky Nyx assassins, and they get near 15k gold now. But Rosh could be up momentarily, and I imagine SNA's going to wait for that, grab the Aegis, and make a go. While Gerg squad here, with some of those ultimates down, maybe they can make a fight of their own here. I'm not seeing a smoke. Smoke. Who's got a smoke? Nope, no one's got a smoke. But what they could do is when they are going for Rosh, I mean, we almost saw it there, but Batrider's one of the best at snagging up that precious little Aegis there. And that's something they could go for. Alright, creeps down. Can people not yell for net worth? Alright, you don't need to do the all caps. It's not necessary. I feel like you're getting a bit aggressive and you're yelling at me, alright? Net worth is up now. Let's just all like calm down a bit, okay? There's lots of good Dota today. There's no reason to get, all antsy. Everyone's just enjoying their time. Fluff is scouting out. He's enjoying his times, now benefiting from that new gem pickup. We'll be able to deward the whole map. And, I mean, let's look at the vision here. Oh, shoot. Jumping on the reality. He gets blown the hell up. It's going to be Fluff leading it out there with the Echo Slam, and with a couple of hits and pot shots coming in from the familiars and TC creeping on through. They quickly take down Big Bad Brad, and he just immediately moves into the bottom lane. And with those Necro Book up, he just takes down her tower like it's nothing. No one is TPing in. They have to run down. Pandago's here. Please stop that. BKB's going to be popped, so he can't even use the Chain Frost. Well, he could use the Chain Frost, but it's not going to do any damage. And he also gets a Rax. All the meanwhile, Justin does get a pick off on his Morphling, taking down what looks like Fluff, and Whitebeard also falls, but more importantly, as we saw here, the Rax does fall, and Nyx Assassins do their first big damage inside the base. MSS wounded from battle, heading right back to the base, trying to get his own BKB online. He's got the Ogre Glove and 2,300 gold. Meanwhile, jumping in on Rax isn't going to be reality, and they do manage to shoot him down. It's Morphling putting in extra work with that shotgun. He's trying to put the team back into this game, and taking down Brax is a nice start right there. And that does give them near 2k gold swing. Morphling now picks up a little bit of extra income. He's got 5k gold, for God's sakes. This guy's getting rich real damn quick. And he has a buyback, of course, so he's going to just reserve some of it for his buyback and maybe go for a butterfly. I mean, it's not like Lycan's typically an MKB holder, and he did go for the AC. We could see Morphling either go for... No, he's going to go for Scotty. So much extra stats. All right. Converting that into, of course, muscle. And MSS is going to move with company to scout things out. Birds are going to be right there to see, though. As they're creeping in the area, Rosh, he's back up. He's ready for a brawl. And I think the sneaky Nyx Assassins want to consider doing it. But Gerg are on to that. They're as well trying to move into the area, get some wards down so they can get some sort of intel towards that area. And look at Fluff, man. Smoked up. He's not going to find a whole lot happening here. They couldn't make the jump, though, on Justin. Hook shot in. Can they lock him in place long enough? Lincoln's is going to be forced to be popped. Can he get the replicate out? Nope, he cannot. He goes down, and he spent his money on the Scotty, so he has no buyback at all for over 1 minute. That might have just cost the game. Nyx Assassins stroll themselves down the mid lane with TC having his shapeshift ready to go and Necrobook out. That could be game. They don't have Morphling now for 50 seconds. And they take out the tier 3. TC pops his shapeshift, and they're going to get her set of racks. Desperation mode now for Gerg squad as they hook shot and grab a hold of TC, pull them all the way back towards the core of the base, but he just runs right out with that 650 move speed. Finishes off the set of racks in mid and puts his attention right towards the top. Bottom lane, we already lost 1 Rax there, so not Megas if he gets both, but damn near close. Yeah, that's it. That Morphling takedown mid lane was just the nail in the coffin, unfortunately, for Gerg squad, and we are done. Sneaky Nyx Assassins will walk away with the win. And that will wrap things up for game number 1. Wow, fantastic stuff. Me and my gnome friend, we are thankful you can come by and still hang. I know that Star Ladder, the final match, is still happening right now. I'm just as curious to see how it's going, but we do appreciate you coming by and still showing your support here for the Summit 2 by G2A.com America. We are in day number 8. That was just a first best of 1. We got 4 more to go today, and with that win, it looks like Sneaky Nyx Assassins will push themselves up to a 4-4 record, while Gerg Squad now will fall to a 2-2. It's been a pleasure as always. If you like what you heard, catch me on my Twitter at KyleGuy. Catch this guy probably on your neighbor's yard, and with everything else, we'll throw it away to some music, and we'll be back in just a moment.